We have to ask you a question while we still have you here, Mark. Are you surprised by how good this Ranger team is?
Well, I think, they've been knocking on the door for the last, 2, 3, 4 years. They got a lot of experience. Of course, they got great goaltending. You always run the risk when you change, 4 or 5 guys every year of how the chemistry is going to, intersect with everybody else. But, they started the season with a renewed mission. And they got off to a great start. They got their confidence, and they're getting contributions from guys, especially guys like Grabner, who I'm sure they penciled in for maybe 15 goals all year.
Right.
And he's got 12 right now, so they've been doing it by committee, which is always a good sign. Instead of leaning on just a goaltender or just 1 or 2 hot hands scoring goals there, they've been really doing it as a team, which, in my opinion, is always the best way to win and a good indicator that they got a lot of depth and a lot of balance.
Mark, while we have you, I wanted to just ask, as somebody that played a long time in this league, from the 80s where 7-6 finals were normal to what people kind of affectionately refer to as the dead puck era towards the end of your career, what do you think of some of these kids that have come up, the Laine's, the McDavids, the Matthews, and it looks like we might be headed for a really exciting time in this sport?
Well, I thought 5, 6, 7 years ago I'd never seen so much talent in the league all at one time, and here we are go again now with another crop of young kids coming in there and making a direct impact with their clubs. And I think it really speaks to the minor league levels, and it certainly speaks to the junior league levels of the preparation that these kids are getting in order to able to come in and step right into the NHL at such a young age. In the old days, it took the kids a long time just to figure out the conditioning aspect of what it took to be an NHL player, to get up against men who are not only with a lot of experience, a lot of skill, but were very strong, man strong. But these junior kids and these 16, 17, 18-year-old kids are doing exactly the same thing as the pros are now in the off season and training. And so when they get drafted, they're physically, and most of them I should say are physically ready to play. And if they're skilled enough and ready emotionally, they have proven that they can step in and make an impact, as we've seen again this year.
Talking to Mark Messier here on the Michael K. Show, part of our November to Remember, made possible by the good people at Steiner Sports. Our caller just said that he has, the Stanley Cup final game on VHS. I'm just wondering, as he said that, have you ever watched that whole game?
I've never sat down and watched the whole game. I've watched parts of it. I still get my sweaty palms when Nathan Lafayette hits the post to this day. But I've never actually sat down and watched the whole game from the start to finish. Now, this Saturday, you're going to be with Brian Leach and Mike Richter at the Steiner Sports store in the Roosevelt Field Mall. It seems like just when I'm around you guys really like each other. I mean, there's a forever bond, right? Well, starting with Brian Leach and Adam Graves, and you could go down the list of Mike Richter and pick a Ranger that played on the team in '94 there, and there's not one guy I wouldn't want to have dinner with or spend some time with or had a great relationship with their girlfriend or wife at the time or whatever. It was really a really close team, special team with a lot of character on and off the ice, and probably one of the reasons why we were able to win in New York, because we had a lot of belief in each other and a lot of trust in each other, and those kinds of experiences form lifelong relationships, and that's never changed with any of the guys. Mark, always love having you on. Have a great holiday, and thanks for making John Bruno's day and his cousin as well. Really cool. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting Andrew and the whole group of them, and what an inspiring story, and someone reaching out to help someone like that is always great. Very cool. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much, guys.